Hey guys, and welcome to my reaction to the final episode in season 1 of Squid Game. I believe that a season 2 has been announced. Much like I said with my Arcane reactions, I don't really look up anything or try to Google anything or try to find anything out until I'm kind of done watching everything, because I just don't want to get spoilers or anything like that. We are down to 2 contestants. And I don't know how this is gonna go, genuinely. We've obviously been following one of them, but I feel like the show could also have Song-woo, and I really, it could go either way. I'm very interested to see how they're gonna wrap up not just who wins, but the character journeys of the 2 contestants, but also just what's going on with the game in general. And I'm really excited to yeah, just get right into it. Let's go. Had a feeling we'd be back to this. Look at the difference of their pictures. You know? Oof. Oh.
세모입니다. 공격과 수비 중 선택하세요. 공격.
Oh!
456번 공격. 마지막 6번째 게임은 오징어 게임입니다.
It was originally a children's game that was played in Korea many years ago.
게임을 진행할 수 없는 상태는 어떤 상태입니까?
참가자가 사망한 상태를 말합니다.
So any kind of violence is allowed.
Sure, there are no restrictions.
Great. I don't know how this is gonna go. I genuinely don't know how this is gonna go. And we're just jumping right into it.
기억나? 여기 지나면 뭐라고 했는지? 쓸데없는 소리 하지 말고.
Oh, wow. Guess who didn't come to play? Well, he did come to play, but you know what I mean.
명언서라고 했어.
Oh, great. Rain for dramatic effect. Love that. Yeah, great.
어차피 죽을 애였어. 고통을 빨리 끝내준 것뿐이야.
함부로 짓거리지 마. 살아있었고 살릴 수 있었어.
다 포기할 수도 있는 인간이라서.
Wow.
형이랑 걔랑 둘이 그만두면 다 끝나니까. 돈도 없이 그냥 여기서 나가야 되니까.
그 돈 난 절대 여기서 가지고 못 나가.
Oh. Okay. We're just. Oh. Yeah, we just got a knife fight going on. That's just. I mean, forget the rules of the game. We're just gonna try to kill each other. Cool. Oh, all right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh shit.
우리 되돌리고 너무 멀리 왔어.
Well. Oh my god. Oh, that's just a good old fight. Oh my god, it's violent. Do you still have a thing in your hand? No. He still has it. He's got the knife in his hand. Oh. Is he unconscious? Oh, okay. Woo! Okay, you're going through it. He's going through it. Everybody's going through it. Holy fuck balls. Oh my goodness.
안 해. 그만두겠어.
Oh! Oh my goodness.
What is he doing?
What the hell is going on?
참가자 과반수가 동의하면 게임은 중단된다. 우리 두 사람이 포기하면
Oh, you beautiful soul.
여기서 끝나는 거야.
He's giving up the prize money. Right here at the very edge of victory.
No fucking way.
Yeah, maybe some people have some fucking morals. I assume that crowd doesn't know much about it.
어릴 때 형이랑 이러고 놀다 보면
Probably not
꼭
just
엄마가
like
밥
this.
먹으라고 불러준대. 이제는 아무도 안 부른대.
Oh. Oh.
가자. 집에 가자.
미안해.
Oh my god!
상우야. 상우야.
He did too much. He did too much. Oh! Horrible. I think he knew after everything that he's done, it would be very difficult to go back to. Well, I don't think he wanted to go back to his regular life anyway. That's why he's here. But I'm saying, like, especially after everything he's done. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. And that's the game.
당신들은 말입니다. 경마장의 말.
Huh. That's nice. Oh, they still throw him out like that? He's the winner and they throw him out? Oh! Oh! Oh, God. Really threw that in there. Well, hold on to that. Is the rest of this episode going to be, you know, he's won, but now let's explore the trauma that he's endured. That's great. Love that.
고등어야. 가서 엄마랑 같이 먹어. 전화도 안 받고 엊그제부터
no.
장사도 안 나왔어. 그래서 돈 있으면 엄마 갖다 드려. 딴 데 쓰지 말고.
Oh, sweet. Oh, what a sweetie.
저 요즘 상우랑 연락한
No, boy. My heart. My heart, my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart. Oh, sweetie.
아니다.
See, like, he's...
들어가.
I just feel awful because it's just like everything he endured. And... Fuck. Just fuck. No. And how lonely to, like, go through a horrific experience like that and everybody you went through that experience with is gone. Whew! Keep it together, Jess.
엄마.
What? Do not fucking tell me.
엄마 자?
Is she dead? Is she fucking dead? I'm so done. I'm so done. It was like the thing that was like,
엄마 나왔어.
at least he can take care of his mom now. Like, that's the thing you hold on to. I know he has a daughter, but, like, you know what I mean?
엄마 안 나왔어.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god.
나왔어. 엄마 돈 벌어 왔어.
Jeez, I can't imagine. God. I feel like one of the things that, like, kept him like maybe from like completely losing it after everything that he's been through, and motivation is to finally take care of his mom and not be like a disappointment. And fuck, that's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, you don't, oh, see, the trauma. Fucking trauma. Congratulations, you won. We did irreparable damage to your mental health, but you won.
꽤 오래되셨는데 아직 아무런 말씀이 없으셔가지고요.
Okay.
무슨 말을?
고객님 같은 VIP 분들을 위해서 저희 은행에서 이번에 VIP 전용 상담 서비스도 시작을 해서 실 텐데 이렇게 뵙자고 했으니까 아니 제가 무슨 결례라도
10,000원만 빌려주시겠습니까?
아니 예 아니 그러면 예
Does he not want to touch the money at all? Oh my god. Babe. Oh, I feel horrible.
이거 오늘 못 팔면은요 다 시들어버려서요. 감사합니다.
Oh, what now? That's how I would feel. I'd be like, what now, bitch? What? Wait. What? What is going on?
부탁이네.
What the fuck is going on? Okay.
왜 그런 짓을 했어?
가던 길 멈추고 저 냄새나는 인간 쓰레기를 나랑 게임 한 번 더 하지. 자정까지.
당장 죽여버릴 수도 있어.
그러고 자네는 영영 대답을 못 들을 텐데.
Well, he seems to not be getting an answer from you anyway. Whoa. Okay. Guys, I'm losing my damn mind right now. It's gone. It left.
당신이 지면 내 손으로 당신을 죽일 거야.
Okay.
자네는 아직도 사람을 믿나? 그 일을 겪고도 자네가 상금은 손도 대지 않고 그대로 산다고 들었어. 죄책감 같은 건가?
죄책감? 그건 당신이 할 소리가 아니야.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You tell him.
자네 돈이 하나도 없는 사람과 공통점이 뭔 줄 아나? 사는 게 재미가 없다는 거야. 다 시시해져 버려. 하나 둘씩 나한테 그러는 거야. 살면서 더 이상 즐거운 게 없다고.
Well, boo-hoo.
그래서 다들 모여서 있어.
Oh, yeah, okay. This is really helping his trauma. This is great.
당신은 그 안에 왜 들어온 거야?
관중석에 앉아서는 절대로 느낄 수 없는 그 기분을 말이야.
You wanted that feeling, but you didn't die when you lost.
우리 좋던가.
재밌었거든. 자네랑 같이 노는 게 자네 덕에
I don't know. Okay.
기억에 재미있었던 거 정말 오랜만이었어.
I know he's probably so genuine and trying to be sweet, but I think he genuinely means what he's saying, but I'm just, you know. Oh. But given the trauma going on here, I'm not sure that's what Gion wants to hear right now. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there. I need a long time to process that. You know what I mean? Like, a long time to process this.
하는 것보다 더 재미있을 수가 없지.
Okay. I have no words. Oh, are you gonna cut it? I know he's down bad and going through it.
어떻게 해드릴까?
The look is not that bad.
짝칠까? 아니 뭐
I
기르실
like the-
거면은 파마해드릴까?
The scruff of it. Did you go red? Let me tell you, sweetie, that's a tough color to maintain. I know from experience, but you. Oh. Let's see. Let's see the look. Let's do a twirl.
얘가 철이구나.
Oh, I kind of love it. I love it.
우리 누나 알아요?
아저씨, 누나 친구.
Oh, a friend of
그럼
hers.
우리 누나
Yes.
어디 있는지 알아요?
얘가 걔야?
네.
강철.
강철. 아이고, 이름이 아주 남자답네.
That's sweet.
철이,
In a way,
먹었어?
kind of taking care of
아이고,
both of
추운데
them.
무슨 이게 뭐야?
Oh, my dear, my dear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a delight. What a delight.
그럼 우리 가영 선물도 샀지. 아빠가 만나면 직접 보여줄게.
Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy. He might just go attack you. I mean, oh, the smile. The smile. I don't know. Oh, that triggered. Oh, boy. There he goes. There he fucking... Did you drop your phone and everything? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. So, like... He knew he was coming for him. He's like, oh, let me get on this train real quick.
그건 내가요. 안 돼. 절대로.
Oh, sweetheart.
참가를 원하시면 기어의 이름과 생년 월일을 말씀해 주세요.
성기현 1974년 10월 31일. 잘 들어. 난 말이 아니야.
Oh!
사람이야.
Uh-huh.
그래서 궁금해. 너희들이 누군지, 어떻게 사람에게 이런 짓을 할 수 있는지.
456번. 허튼 생각하지 마.
용서가 안 돼.
Mm-hmm.
너희들이 하는 짓이.
Mm-hmm.
그 비행기를 타. 그게 당신한테 좋을 거야.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Let's go. Let's go. He's gonna try and take them all down. He's gonna try. Okay. With your fierce new hair. Okay. I feel like genuinely so much happened in this episode. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Especially, you know, as soon as it opened up with like, we're about to do the final game, I was like, oh, so we're starting with that. I didn't know if we were gonna just end with that or, you know, whatever. and then just maybe have like a little bit of a recap of whoever won and what happened after the fact, you know, whatever. But, whoo! Okay. 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 I have a lot to say. The thing, oh my goodness. And, you know, I've talked about both the similarities and differences between Sangwoo and Gihan, and so it's kind of all culminated in this moment, and it's just really interesting to see how just their relationship has changed or differed, or you know, whatever, throughout this, because you know, Gihan really looked at Sangwoo with this oh, he's the pride of, you know, where we came from and everything like that, and to kind of see his opinion of him just completely change, you know, it was a beautiful, beautiful moment for Gihan, in my opinion, to try and stop the game still. Because as much as, and I think that this is what kind of possibly sets him apart a bit from various people in this game, and you know, genuinely everybody who played this game is of varying degrees of how far they were willing to go and everything like that. And to see him at the very last minute, and he went in there like, I'm ready to kill you, I'm done, you know, especially after what happened to Sebyok, and you know, he's like, let's go, let's fucking go, you know. But I think when it came down to it, he couldn't do it, and to want to stop and save who was, you know, once an old friend, an old childhood friend. And I didn't love it, but I get why Sangwoo did what he did. It was funny when he said, you know, we've come too far. What did he say? We've done too much, or it was something like that, when they were starting off the game, around the beginning of it. And I was like, well, you certainly have. I mean, again, I'm very aware that Gihan has not played this game completely, but I think in general a little bit. He had his morals intact for the majority of it, and Sangwoo has definitely, you know, crossed some lines, right? And Sangwoo, I think, throughout this entire game has made the decision that he's going to do whatever he needs to do to win. Especially, I would think, in my opinion, a big moment for him, because I know that, you know, maybe he's not, I can't imagine doing what he did to Ali didn't affect him in some way. You know what I mean? So I think that was kind of the moment where, like, at this point, if he did that to somebody who thought of him so in such a positive light, but also was truly nothing but a good ally to him, and you know, whatever. I think after that, going through that, he truly made up his mind of, you know, it's possible he made it up before that, but truly made up his mind of like, all right, I'm going to do what I need to do to win, and that's that, you know, that's how it is. And my God, I don't think that he would want to go back to his own life, particularly without the money. You know, he was really, really in a very, very bad place. And I don't think he wanted to go back to that. And given everything he's done, I would assume the guilt would probably eat away with him. But maybe regardless, maybe if he did win, the guilt would still eat away at him. I'm not sure. But the guilt of, you know, the guilt of doing what he did and not getting anything out of it monetarily, I think that would be tough for him to go on. And it was an interesting moment. That's why I said, like, at the end of the last reaction, it was like, but I was less interested in who was going to win, but what was going to happen within this final showdown, so to speak, or, you know, because I think Sang-woo could see that Gi-hun's intentions have always been fairly good in this game. And I think it frustrated the fuck out of him, honestly. You know, we saw it come out a couple times where he's just like, why are you so upset? You just met these people a few days, you know. And I think sometimes he's kind of saying that to himself as well as Gi-hun. But, you know, I think in that last moment, you know, asking him to take care of his mom, and, you know, I think he felt that he would follow through with that. So it seemed to be a good way to go. Whew! But that was crazy. So intense. And then I thought, you know, we're moving on with the episode, right? And then I thought, we're now just going to sit in trauma for the rest of the episode. I mean, I really, truly thought, I mean, there's no way, I did not see that whole thing with Ilnam, I hope I'm saying that correctly, coming, and we're about to get to that. But as soon as that sort of ended, and I figured we had a bit more episode left, and I was just like, oh, good. So we're just going to deal with Gi-hun's severe trauma, PTSD, whatever the fuck. And and the thing is, I do want to say this. I have a lot to say about the people running this game, and how, like, they just, the way that they view the game, themselves, how it works, you know, whatever. I have to say that there is something completely different. I have a lot to say, actually, but one of the things that I have to say is there's something completely different when they you know, because they do very cleverly do something very shocking with the red light, green light game. And then they give the option to stop the game. And I would assume maybe most games that happens, that people vote to stop. It's something horrific and traumatic, and people are processing, and it's crazy, and, you know, your fight or flight response kind of kicks in, and a lot of people are like, I just need to get out of this situation. I just watched a bunch of people get gunned down, and, you know, whatever. So, they say that, and then you re-up, right? People are coming back. They're coming back. And there's this argument of like, well, now you know what you're getting into. But do you? Because you're now associating with these people, getting to know these people, making allies, making friends, whatever. And then at some point we get to the like tug of war situation, right? where now you're actually pulling people to their deaths. Okay? It is not the same as like, oh, I could possibly die. Oh, I could possibly kill. Or I'm now forced to kill. Unless everybody in that tug of war randomly decided to say like, hey, can we all quit right now? Like, you know. And not everybody's gonna want to do that. But you know what I'm saying? It's a little, like, sure, and you could possibly assume that it's gonna get to that point. Obviously, if you're playing red light, green light, and people are just getting gunned down, it is absolutely greatly appropriate to assume that this is gonna get even worse and worse and worse, and you know, it's not a huge leap to assume that maybe you will be responsible for somebody's death, whether you're pulling a trigger or not. And maybe you're just playing a game of marbles, but you know that if you win, they die, you know, whatever, and whatever. And then there's the whole, like, people die and could possibly die in their sleep and nobody cares. They're eliminated. That's how it works. Whatever. I'm going to say, I take issue with, you know, the argument of like, you came back, you knew exactly what you were getting into. It's like, well, I mean, a little bit, but not really. Like, sort of, but like not fully. Like, I don't love that argument. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying there? And it's this whole thing of like, they want to have a very fair game. It's all about being fair. Everybody has the same, you know, whatever. But as soon as somebody knows how to tell glass apart, oh, we shut off the lights. You know, I mean, if everything is an even playing field and people's experiences in their life either help them win or not win, you know, you make the final game kind of a knife fight. Maybe somebody's really good at fighting. I mean, I know it was Squid Game, but like it kind of turned into a knife fight. It was hilarious because I was really paying attention to the rules and I was like, okay, so that's how that works and what could be a strategy here, and I'm like getting into it and they just start just fucking fighting each other. So I really didn't have to pay attention that much, you know, to all of maybe the intricacies of a strategy or anything. But so that was fine. But you know, it's like, well, the fact that guy's worked in a glass factory for that long, and you do all this extensive research on these people, and you didn't know that. You just shutting off that. Okay. Anyway, you know, I think it's fair, but not. I actually don't think it's fair at all. It's just, yeah, and that whole vibe of like, oh, this is where you guys are equal. You feel equal while you're playing this game. Yeah, I feel a very equal opportunity here. Where people are running a game that is forcing me to kill people and watch people that I'm bonding with die, and, you know, let's not talk about that trauma. Let's not talk about that trauma. And it's just, it's crazy how just desensitized. And we've seen how desensitized, you know, the people who are betting on the game or whatever, or have gone through the game. I have to say, the front man, his name is, Inho. Fuck, I could be wrong on that. But the front man, Juno's brother, I would love to dive into his character a little bit more and see how he kind of got just back into everything and how he's doing, what his journey has been. I would find very interesting, I think. I don't know if that, you know, I assume we are getting a season 2. I don't know if that will be addressed, but maybe it will. And I'm curious about that. Oh my God. But So there's a lot with all of the, how fair things are and how, whatever. And in a sense, I do understand the point of like people know what they're getting into. And somebody, especially somebody like maybe Sung-woo, he kind of probably knew that at this point it's like kill or be killed kind of vibes. So I understand that there is a mentality to go in with it. But, you put people in a really tough situation. You put people in a horrific life and death situation. You give them trauma for however long. You kill people or set up a situation where they can be killed very easily for your own amusement and your own, whatever. And the mentality of going to Gihan after all of this and being like, why aren't you having a good time in your life? I mean, it's crazy. It's insanely tone deaf. It's when the person called him, not even the stuff with, listen, I'm going to get to that, but excuse me. Even the guy who's like, you're called him up to his office and was like, it's a VIP sort of situation, and why aren't you spending your money, Like, I thought the vibe of the game was you play, you win, and then we're done with you. Like, stop asking me questions about how I'm living my life. You caused me an insane amount of trauma. Thanks. So, why am I not having fun? That's interesting. A list of reasons. Yeah, so, there's just a lot to say. I don't know how I feel about that whole twist with Ilnam. I genuinely, I was just as plucked as Gion in that moment. I was just like, and it's just so, in his own way, I do think he was being very genuine with everything that he was saying to Gihan. I genuinely think that he was like, I had fun playing with you. I think he meant it. I think he meant all of that stuff. And, he was about to die, and he was about to, he's terminally ill, getting older. And, it's just, when you think about that first game, when you think about that first game where he's running and smiling and enjoying himself, it just brings a whole new perspective. Because I think if he did move, they probably wouldn't have shot him. Or they maybe would have fired a blank and made it seem like they shot him to keep the realism of the game or something like that. But I mean, obviously he sacrificed himself for Gihan to succeed and survive. And with the marble game, after Gihan was trying to deceive him. But look at you trying to be like, is it fair that you're deceiving me when you are the biggest deceiver of deceivers, Mr. Deceiver? That's deceit. Woo! My goodness. And so it's just like, it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, or at least a bad taste in my mouth, with like, I wanted to have the thrill of playing, but like, I won't actually die. What would have happened? Now, because it is even that tug of war story true? Because I'm thinking one of the times that he would have been mostly in danger, where it would have been hard. Like, what if the other team like pulled him off? Is that why? Did like somebody tell him like, oh, you're gonna do tug of war, or has he watched this game a lot that like he knows the strategies or whatever? Anyway, My mind's racing now. I gotta watch the whole season again to just be like, what is he doing? But what if he just got pulled and like flew to his death? You know, maybe he knows that that's a risk. You know, maybe he does know. Maybe I'm backtracking a little bit. But I mean, clearly he didn't die at the marbles game. So I think there are some situations that he probably, you know, they're not going to kill him. But that would have been tough to get out of that tug of war situation. You know what I mean? So I guess in some games it probably is a bit of a, that he could go. But he's okay with that because he's, you know, he knows he's about to die anyway. But he just wants to have a little fun. When he was saying all this shit of like, you know, the difference between the super rich and the super poor, people who don't have a lot of money, is that, you know, neither of them enjoy life. And I do know that it is a thing that I assume that people with a lot of money get bored very easily. I'm not saying that is not a thing. I'm saying, again, when you're explaining about how you had so much money, so you just wanted to have fun, so you put people in a death game, is again, as I'm saying, a little tone deaf. You know what I mean? And who are you saying it to who is clearly going through some trauma? And now, you know how much Kihan probably like thought about him? Thought about Saebyuk and Ali, and all of these people? You know, that he's in his head. It's just over and over and over again. These people are no longer alive. And you know how much specifically he probably carried a lot of guilt about Ilnam specifically. I still don't know if I'm saying his name right, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. You know, he feels specific guilt for him. And then to find out, and what I found really interesting in this scene, oh Lord, I'm going to talk for a while, but what I found really interesting in that whole scene and that whole, just everything that was going on, was that Ilnam kept asking Kihan, like, do you trust people? Do you trust, or whatever? And I think that was a turning point for him, for sure. And this is how I interpreted it, and it may not be exactly what the writers meant with this, but this is how I interpreted what was going on mentally with Gihan during all of that. Is just, you know, I think he had faith in people, and that was kind of always the point of him keeping his humanity intact throughout, as much as he could, you know, throughout this game. He did have faith in people, and that people are more important than money. I think it's something he realized. You know, when trying to stop the game with Sangwoo, wanting to possibly save Saebyuk by stopping the game. You know, I did like that he kind of called Sangwoo out a little bit on his shit with he was like, well, she was going to die. It was an act of mercy. And then Sangwoo eventually, I think he believes that it was an act of mercy as well. But like, I think also it's just like he didn't want them to stop the game. Because I genuinely think he couldn't live with himself, especially after what he's done. But anyway, the sidetracking, I know. But I think Kihan had a lot of trust in people, and one of those people, the very significant one of those people, was Ilnam. And for that to happen, for him to just be like, oh, just kidding, you know, I didn't actually die. You know, this significantly horrific trauma that you went through with it. I mean, can you imagine what Kihan's going through in that scene? I mean, the actor did brilliantly in that scene. I was feeling it. I was just like, I mean, I was just shocked. I don't really know what the reaction looked like, but I'm sure it's just a lot of this, like, the whole time. I mean, what the fuck? But, just everything that Gihan was going through in that scene was quite, I mean, it's just, it had to be so crazy. And then for somebody that I think he really felt and carried a lot of weight about, to talk about the games as like, oh, I just wanted to have fun. It was fun, you know, and say certain things. And like I said, I think that he was being very genuine when he was saying these things, but I just, you know, it didn't really translate. My God. And I think at that point, that's like the moment where maybe he did a shift of like, I mean, fuck everyone, honestly. Dyeing your hair red, again, it's very difficult to maintain. I had it for years, and I had to show. I'm not saying that I'm never going red, because I love my red hair, okay? And he looks great, killing it, killing the look, killing the vibe, all right? I will say, if you're gonna try to maybe take down this whole fucking, you know, game, you might want something that doesn't make you stand out as much, but you know, whatever. But I genuinely, you know, it's a tough color to maintain. There's a lot of effort. Just saying. If they, in season 2, if it is about him, you know, doing his thing, if that hair is bright red during all sorts of fuckery going on of him trying to take that, I will call bullshit. You gotta get those roots touched up quick. Anyway, but I think that that's kind of where he sort of shifted a bit, and you know, I think seeing the guy playing that game at the train station, really, that's where he lost it. Now I'm down. I'm excited. Maybe Junho is alive. Like motioned, like he's sailing off at sea. Maybe he made it. I don't know. But like, maybe you guys can team up. Maybe. There's a lot of things that would have to fall into place for that to happen. But you know, I mean, we can hope. I'm kind of down for whatever this means in the future. And I don't really know where they're going to go with this, but I'm excited to find out. I was kind of thinking throughout the first season and stuff, and I was like, how are they going to really like move this forward and make it like fresh and new, you know, or is it just gonna, second season's just gonna be another game, or you know, whatever. But I'm very intrigued by where they can go with this, for sure. And I think wow. Oh, and sorry, I'm just like, with Gihan with his mother, that broke my heart, because it was just, I feel like that was kind of a motivation for him to keep playing and to stay in the game, you know, in my opinion, was to help out his mom, who took care of him for so long. And, you know, breaks my heart. That was, and I had an inkling of it when Sangwoo's mother was like, oh, she hasn't like come to work in a couple of days. I was like, oh shit. But I didn't really necessarily think that that's exactly what it, and then it was horrible. Wow. This is going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting to go forward. Wow. What a great first season, great show. It is kind of funny, or not funny, but sad, I guess, that, you know, if we do go into a second season, it's going to be like very few people from the cast of the first season because a lot of them died. And were wonderful. Lots of amazing actors and actresses, just phenomenal and really interesting. And such a powerful show too. I loved it. I apologize if I didn't. I know that I've been talking for a bit, but I apologize if I didn't talk about something that I probably should have or whatever. I mean, a lot of this episode kind of floored me, especially the Il-nam stuff. I mean, that stuff was... I don't even know. I still am processing that scene, so I don't even know what to think about it. But anyway, I really truly hope that you guys loved my reactions to Squid Game. I'm really happy that I was able to finally watch it. I know it's later than most people did, but I'm happy that I didn't try to like squeeze it in when I first came back, as I was intending to, because I think I can appreciate it more when I'm not like manically trying to react to, edit, and get out like all of these other things as well. It's been quite enjoyable is a weird word for something that has ripped my heart out so much, but you know, it was an enjoyable and really good show to watch. Yeah, I think that's it. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.